To be a member of the Year Up community, first of all, for me, it's a privilege. It's definitely an honor, you know, like most of the students that I have heard too. It's part of being a family. It's something that I never thought that it would have been so huge, it would affect so many lives. When we started out, it was just us 24, you know, very premature. To be part of the Year Up now, you know, 15 years that has gone by, and seeing it grow and affecting so many lives the way we started out, you know, it's just an honor. You know, it's just something that you can never take it away from anybody that comes in and comes out, you know, as a graduate.
This is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. It's actually pretty much saved my life. I kicked out of school, you know, kicked out of the house. It wasn't that great of a situation, and Year Up really gave me the structure I needed to really start, you know, get a start over and a redo in my life. So I definitely appreciate them for that.
The role of the National Alumni Association Board is to provide support for our graduates once they leave the program, so that there is a feeling and a sense of community, a sense of still belonging, and that they have a support system of folks across the country that shared the same experiences or similar experiences as they did going through the program.
The alumni have a major role to play in closing the opportunity divide. We'll have in 5 years' time 30,000 alumni. And the vast majority of them are rising up in corporate America, which means they're increasingly getting powerful to influence decisions around who you hire, how you look at talent, where we go to recruit folks. So we see our alums as being the most significant part of Europe's strategy to actually close the opportunity divide. They're the ones who will lead the movement, and they're the ones we trust to do that and want to empower and support to do that.
What it means to be a member of the Year Up alumni community is just being able to give back in terms of sharing your experiences with current students and interns and helping coach them through whatever difficulties they may be going through in the program.
I think the importance about lifting while you climb and really giving back to those once you graduate from the program is super important. In the working world, for example, everybody gets to where they are because somebody has helped them along the way. Young adults really feel, when they feel supported, there's just a different drive and motivation for how they succeed, and I think that that's really important to make sure that we continue that sense of community and that sense of belonging so that they understand that they have the support they need.
The Year Up Alumni strategy is about how are alumni advancing in their careers in higher education, how are they contributing to the success of Year Up, and then how are they participating in the opportunity movement. We're also thinking about how are we supporting their leadership development and then creating communications channels and connections so that alumni stay connected across the Year Up network.
The role I feel alumni can play in achieving Year Up's mission of closing the opportunity divide, it's simple. I think it starts with just believing it can be done, and that we're at the forefront, that we're not just graduates of a program, but we're part of a mission that's bigger than any one of us.
Alumni and Year Up can be strong partners in coming together to be a part of the movement to help close the opportunity divide. Young adults are still striving to make something of themselves and a critical point in their lives, but a lot of young adults who come through the program realize the larger goal and understanding that there are still over 6 million young adults right now who don't have a high school diploma, don't have a GED, and are out of the game, and that they deserve our love, they deserve our attention, and they deserve our dedication. So I feel alums and Year Up are uniquely placed together to be able to work as true partners, to both work together to help close the opportunity divide.
What it means to be a member of the Year Up alumni community is that you're bigger than yourself. You are a part of something way bigger. You're a part of something that's going to change the rest of society. You're also able to empower others, total strangers that you weren't available to before.
I have been a mentor and role model to other people, and since graduating, actually other Year Up students and interns who have gone through the process. I've made it a mission of mine to make sure that we get as many people through the program as possible. And one of our individuals, you know, he actually came and worked in my company as an intern, and after that he worked with us and went on to bigger and better things as well. So that's one person out of, you know, several, and I really take pride in it. Yeah.
It's very important to always leave that door open for the next person, and the best way you can do that is by intentionally doing those work, by intentionally reaching out to the people that don't have those opportunities.
The advice I would give to current Year Up students is just to keep going. I know when I was in the program, you start counting down the time that you have left, but there's this quote that says, "Don't watch the clock, do what it does, keep going." And I think that's really smart because you just keep going as a Year Up student and alum.
The best advice I could give a current student is to not lose themselves in the process, to realize that their truest self is the greatest asset that they bring no matter where they go. And secondly, take advantage of the relationships you could potentially build that'll take you to places you've never imagined.
But I also challenge students to really understand the responsibility that they have, being given this opportunity to make sure that they're given 110% every single day to make themselves better, and also that they have a responsibility to kind of pay it forward and give it back to their communities, because there are so many people that need help. And I think that it's important that we stick together and really support as many people as we can.
We see alumni as absolutely critical to magnifying the impact that Year Up can have. You know, we'll have, as I mentioned, 30,000 alumni in 5 years. If each one touches 3 people each during the year, that's almost 100,000 people who are supported. So we think about exponential impact. We think about changing systems, and systems break piece by piece, right? It's not all at once, so each of those alums having an impact on this country. I don't think we'd ever achieve our aspirations as an organization without an engaged and strong alumni association.